The Twinkie, an American icon, a cream-filled dream. What is it about this little sponge cake that is so scrumptious? Beats me. Hey Squints! The Twinkie is famous for three things: how long it lasts, the spongy texture, and the creamy filling. So I traveled across the world to find out. So I sat down at my computer and did some Googling to find out what it is that makes Twinkies like this. Well, I found some interesting chemistry, but didn't find quite what I was looking for. Aww. So today, we're gonna change lives by doing some of our own homegrown experiments. Ooh. First up, how long it lasts. Twinkies now claim to stay good for a month and a half, much longer than the original Twinkie from 90 years ago. Back then it was made with eggs, milk, and butter, went bad after 2 to 3 days, and had to be thrown out if not eaten before then. The change happened when they basically stopped using any dairy and switched to replacement chemicals like mono and diglycerides, which hold the Twinkie together like any good egg would. So without any dairy, none of the current ingredients spoil easily. And bacteria and fungus don't like the processed foods in a Twinkie or the preservative sorbic acid, so these cakes don't mold easy and could last a long time. The oldest current unwrapped Twinkie has been sitting at a school in Maine for 40 years and has lost all its moisture, but has yet to mold. And Bill Clinton put a Twinkie in the official US time capsule back in the year 2000, so we'll see how it holds up after 100 years. Next up, the spongy texture. I'm sure we've all dreamed of sleeping on a Twinkie pillow. No more waking up in the middle of the night hungry. The spongy, padded texture comes from leavening, or chemicals that react to create little bubbles of carbon dioxide gas. It's the simple reaction of baking soda with acid that produces the bubbles, so that when the cake bakes, there remains little air pockets of gas that was trapped in the batter. This allows the Twinkie to be squished and return to its shape. The air pockets collapse when pressed and then re-expand once released. So we used a 150-gram bowl that could hold increasing weight to see if a handful of Twinkies could support your big head, or your lovely average-sized head. Increasing from 150 grams to 700 grams, the Twinkie did splendid. So we kicked it up a notch, 1,500, then 3,000, and finally 4,000 grams. The average adult human head weighs between 4,500 and 5,000 grams, so we went for 4,750, only to see it split open and ooze cream all up in your hair. Conclusion, it would work as a pillow for a small child. Sweet dreams. But the air pockets don't just make this sponge cake squishy, they also make it float. And who hasn't wanted a life vest made from Twinkies? So using our patent-pending Twinkie harness, we decided to put its life vest properties to the test. We found that every Twinkie could support about 15 grams of weight, equal to a heavy nail. 2 Twinkies doubled that support to 30 grams, so using logic and incredible math skills, we find that to float an average 175-pound person, you'd only need about 5,500 Twinkies strapped together. Of course, since they are sponge cakes, they take on water fast and only float for a few seconds. So when stranded in the ocean with a Twinkie life vest, you probably want to get help pretty quick. The last test, creaminess. Cellulose gum is famous for its ability to add viscosity to food, as well as polysorbate 60 and sodium stearolactylate. They hold the moisture in the cream and stick the cream molecules together, making it thick while also flowing like a liquid. This of course led us to the all-important question that you're all asking yourselves: can you build a house out of Twinkie filling? The cream is viscous enough to hold 2 Jenga blocks together, that's a good start. It also holds 4, 6, and 12 blocks. In fact, it's strong enough to hold wood blocks together and even a whole brick, nearly 8 pounds. In total, we found the filling from 3 Twinkies was enough to hold just under 15 pounds. So for an average size home, you'd need approximately 12,500 Twinkies. Not a bad idea to have the sweetest home on the block. So keep eating healthy food, keep asking questions, and keep on squinting. Twinkies are a fun piece of technically edible food stuff. What experiments can you come up with? Send us your results and or pictures at Squint Science on Instagram or Twitter.